Okay, this is take two. Welcome back, planner friends. Appreciate you being here for another planner related video. Today I'm going to show you how February looked in my system. I'm going to do a little catch up and I'm going to show you a few new things that I have added in. We've got a stack of notebooks to go through, so let's hop into the top-down view. Hey planner friends, welcome to the top-down view, and I'm gonna show you what I've been doing in my planners and also a few new things that I have purchased sometime in the month of February. I'm gonna try to keep this as concise as possible. Well, we got a lot of stuff to cover, so let's just jump into it. So, new to my lineup for February, I purchased this Kiki's Delivery Service Uniball Jetstream pen. It's a multi-pen. It has 4 colors, black, blue, green, red, and it also has a 0.5mm mechanical pencil built in. I've basically switched out the gel pen I was using and am using this pretty much exclusively in my daily planner and my content planner. I was having a lot of issues with smudging with the gel pens I was using, so I just went ahead and kind of switched over to the ballpoint. I switched out my grocery list little notebook for this dedicated planner by Nolty. You can see here by Nolty. I switched over because I wanted the pen holder. I like that this comes with its own cover and it has a pen holder, and I like that it's kind of an all-in-one tiny mini system. I'll do a little flip through of this in a second, but the other thing that I purchased this month was another Cafe Note A6 grid notebook. I'll show you, this is what it looks like blank on the inside. Just dotted grid, no page numbers, no nothing. It's the same one that I'm using for my daily journal, but I got this as, I'm calling it my feelings journal. When I need to get something off of my chest, when I just want to put it on paper and not come back to it, I've been making notes in this journal. I don't keep this on my desk. I don't write in it every day, and I'm not going to flip through it because this is private. But since I want to do planner content on YouTube, I don't like to write anything super serious or about specific people in my life in my daily journal. So that's what I got this for. Like I said, I'm not using it every day. Honestly, I don't even use it every week. I might use it just every once in a while. Sometimes I write about bad dreams. Sometimes I write about bad interactions with strangers or friends or something like that. So it's just something that I wanted to be able to jot stuff down and just get off my mind. And this lives in my drawer. I don't even keep it on my desk because once I put something in it, I really don't want to think about it too much. So I'm just going to put that away actually right now. So I'm going to do a tiny flip through of what I've got going on in this Nolty planner. I was a little miffed about the price. It was around $20 USD. I know that these planners are much less expensive in Japan, and I have used Nolty planners before and enjoyed them. So although I didn't love the price, I'm really happy with this mini planner for the function. It just has a kind of plasticky navy blue cover on it, 2024. In the front, I keep my Costco membership card because I use this for grocery shopping and I take this with me when I go out. I just transferred over some of my post-it notes from the previous one. In the front here, this is the cover page. I didn't do anything. I'm not really decorating it. In the front here, it's got some calendars. It has a little perpetual calendar right here. Honestly, I didn't really know what to put in this planner. I'm gonna zoom in a tiny bit. I didn't really know what to put in this planner, so I've been tracking the days that I track my calories and also the general amount of calories I'm eating when I am tracking. I do not track my calories 365 days out of the year, but it's kind of interesting to see visually when I am tracking and when I'm not, and also to see what my food intake is like. This is something that I'm okay with. I don't think that everybody needs to do this, of course, but it's an interesting metric for me. The days that I have kind of like squared off are the days that I'm going grocery shopping. The closed circle represents a day that I tracked my food and then I write the calorie intake, and then open circle represents a day that I did not track my food. I am relatively up to date on this. I don't go into this every single day. I probably square it up like once a week. On the, and then next in here it has monthly calendars, and I'm only writing in specific events that will affect my grocery shopping day, which is Friday. I did a tiny bit of back planning, but literally it only took like 5 minutes. I'm also writing here on the side the grocery stores that I went to, if I did grocery shopping that day, that week, and I'm circling the days that I went shopping. So you can see, like, I'm writing holidays, I'm writing if we're going out to dinner, if I'm out of town, and then just listing out the grocery stores that I went to. And this is the week that I'm at now. St. Patty's Day is this weekend, so that actually might affect my grocery shopping day. It might be a little bit more busy, but do people actually celebrate St. Patrick's Day? I'm not sure. But yeah, that's pretty simple. It's all weeklies and then some blank pages in the back. So the weekly layout, it has the calendar and it has a spot for every day of the week. And then underneath is a notes area that's just gridded. And I think it was a A7 sized Nolty notebook with this exact same layout that I was using last year before I decided that I wanted to split my system up into different notebooks. And I actually really liked that style of weekly. So that was another reason why I got this specific one. But going to a day that I have used, I'm basically just transferring over any events. I'm kind of highlighting that Friday, and then I'm making my lists in the notes section. So typically I'll go to 3 stores every week on the same day, and I kind of like note down what I want to get. Something that's a circle is stuff that I planned out ahead of time, and I'm doing this diamond if I go to the grocery store and I see something really interesting that I want to pick up at the time. So, I was at Lidl and they had a sale on chicken tenderloins, so I grabbed that even though I had not originally planned to buy that. And some stuff I'll go back, some stuff I'll cross out, etc. This would be the current week, and you can see that I'm starting to fill stuff out. I need to write down St. Patrick's Day. In the notes section, I'm writing down the typical grocery stores that I go to and just kind of listing out all the typical things I would buy from that grocery store. It's not like a crazy comprehensive list, but it's more like reminding myself what to remember to buy if I happen to go to that place. So I got Lidl, H Mart, Walmart, Costco, Wegmans, and this is a Chinese grocery store, Great Wall Supermarket, that is not super close to me. And then I have tons of extra spaces in the back. I'm not sure what I'll use it for. It would be cool if this looked really nice and filled out at the end of the year, but also it's literally just for grocery shopping, so I'm not really like holding myself to that. In the back, it also has train information, which honestly might be helpful if I read Japanese, but since I don't, it's unhelpful. But I like how colorful it is. Isn't that fun? And honestly, I'm not sure what this is at all. Contact information, and this planner actually came with a little separate tiny supplement, which is kind of cool, but I don't know what I'm going to use it for. So I just leave it in there. And in case you were interested, I'll see if I can link it. I'm not sure if I'll be able to, but it is the number 1180. All the Nolty planners, if you haven't had any experience with them, come with like a product number, and the product number for this is 1180, and kind of denotes the size and the layout. I've been using my Uniball 1 gel pen. This is my favorite one because it has like the cute light pink body. So been loving this. It's great. It's pocket sized. Well, it's technically called the mini, but fits in my pocket, and the cover helps protect it, which is great. So moving on. By the way, I am filming on my phone today, and we'll see how this goes. I'm using the audio in the phone, so hopefully it's okay. Also, I bought a new phone this month. It's not really part of like a stationary haul or anything, but since I want to do more vlogging content, I decided to upgrade the phone that I had to a newer generation, and I've honestly been loving it. I got the Google Pixel 8 Pro, and I used it to film basically all of the vlog footage from the Arnold Sports Festival, and it looks really good, so I'm really happy with the purchase. So, as always, if you're interested in anything that has to do with this planner, I will link as much as possible in the description. I ordered some stuff from Jet Pens, and the receipt came with a little comic, and I just cut that out. I didn't glue it into the notebook itself, but I just like keeping it right there. We're going through February. I'm still using this Hobonichi pencil board, still loving it. So jumping right into February, as always, if you really feel like you want to read what I'm writing down in my daily journal, you can go ahead and pause and take a look. But frankly, I don't think any of it is particularly interesting. It's basically just me rambling on about what happened during the day. I have my little calendar. This was the cover page for February. I did kind of like a orangey brownie theme because that was the color that coordinates with the Hobonichi Han I'm using for daily planning. I did not have that much ephemera this month, aside from that Jet Pens order, which did not come with any like stickers or fun stuff like that. I used a bunch of different pens. I honestly have no idea what I wrote. I can't even remember what happened in the beginning of the month. I started experimenting with some cursive handwriting. This was Lunar New Year, February the 10th. I did just a little doodle on some paper I had. I don't personally celebrate Lunar New Year, but lots of people I know do. People in my family and friends as well. This was part of the packaging that came with the Nolty notebook I just showed you. It came around the same time, and I did a tip in with this because I didn't want to take up a whole page just for like a doodle. Also, Year of the Dragon. I am Year of the Dragon. So that's another reason why I did that specific doodle. You can see here I'm using cursive. One thing I don't like about my own handwriting is that I feel like it starts out looking really neat, and then by the time I get to the bottom of the page and my hand is tired, like it starts looking very messy. Most of the time I'm using my 2 cheap fountain pens that I got from Amazon, but when I use something else, I started writing in exactly what pen it is so I know, and it's like what pen and then how I liked writing with it. I have a lot of pink pens because I ordered a set of pink pens from Jet Pens quite a while ago, but I want to use them up eventually. These are my fountain pens here. More fountain pen. And then these were my February highlights, and because I wanted the first day of March to be on a 2-page spread, I also did a reflection. I didn't have too many highlights for February. I mean, it's a little bit of a shorter month, but simply was not that eventful. I got this sticker at the Arnold. We left on Thursday, which was the last day in February, so I just threw in this sticker that we got there. Not too much going on. Went to Trader Joe's, which is rare for me because I don't live that close to one. Got the Nolty planner. I got a promotion at work, which is kind of exciting. Also included a pay raise. My friend Ariel is going to Tokyo with us in May, and I'm super excited about that. We're gonna have a really good time. I got some new plants. I decluttered some plants. I went to the Arnold. I posted my house plant tour video. If you haven't seen it, I will put it in the cards. And got a new phone, loving it. And then the February highlights, kind of basically just expanding on this. This is what March is looking like so far. Purpley theme, all stickers and washi tapes and post-it notes and stuff like that. Some of this washi tape is like not sticking very well. I might have to actually glue that down. And this was the calendar. And I mean, so far so good. I'm gonna be honest, I am not great about journaling every single day, but I do my best to backfill. So I use my daily journal, which I'm kind of doing like rapid logging in, and I'll fill out like the whole day in this journal. So I usually do that every like 2 or 3 days. But that's basically it. Nothing else in the back. Some stickers that were already in there. I'm proud of myself for keeping up with this, and I really think it's really satisfying like how the pages are looking. I don't normally keep my journals and planners after the year turns over, but I might end up keeping this because it's kind of cool how it's getting filled out. On to the one piece Hobonichi Hone A6 size. Still loving this, still having a good time, still super functional for me. A lot of days off in March. Actually, I have to fix this because I will be working one weekend in March. So this is how February turned out in my perpetual calendar. Pretty satisfying, but while I was at the Arnold, I did not fill in how much water I was intaking because it was just up in the air. I didn't want to have to carry this around with me while we were walking around in a convention, although I did take it with me to have in the hotel room. But I did not end up filling it out at all. I filled it out when I got home. And for March, I'm still doing the same habits. This is how February turned out in the monthly calendar. I had my goals down here and I reflected on them. To be honest, I didn't do a great job with my goals this month, although I really liked how my houseplant tour video turned out. And it's pretty satisfying how filled out this is, but it's all functional stuff, really. This is March so far. Because the purple marker I'm using is so dark, I did not end up using that to highlight the days of the week. And I just used it to do the little dumbbell symbol for my workouts. I'm gonna be 100% real with you. I did not adult very well in February. So a lot of my adulting log did not get filled out. Trying to do better in March, but we'll see how it goes. Didn't do any of my home projects. I did use my pillbox checklist, and I do think I've got all my fish oils in there as well. I take a lot of vitamins and supplements, so I need to have a list of it. February, in the daily pages, I wrote down my goals on this page, but didn't end up writing a reflection at all over here. As always, you can pause and see exactly what I wrote if you're interested, but it's just mostly checklists. As always, I have the weather, I'm tracking my liquid intake, My to-do list is in black, highlights are in red. I'm writing down my food and kind of like some activities I'm doing, but I'm not holding myself to that. It's just kind of like if I feel like it. Down here is my word of the day, which I get from dictionary.com. I get like an email every day. Green is for plant things, and you can see that I'm kind of filling things out as I go. Usually on Sundays, I will add my recurring tasks, but most of my task list is done during the day of. I'm kind of blocking out the time that I work, and that's helpful for me when I'm doing my work hours for paychecks. I add meetings, like work meetings, and also like personal appointments. This is kind of when I decided that I was gonna go over to the ballpoint pen because I dripped some water or something in my planner and then it really just messed it up pretty bad. So after that, I was kind of like, that's not really a good thing because I'm kind of messy. I think this is when I started using it. You can see, I'm not sure if you can see the difference in the blue down here, but this was the gel pen and this is the ballpoint pen. I didn't realize I need to go back and like draw in the weather symbols. Some days I have more to-dos than others, and that's okay. Also up at the top are full day tasks. If it's a time specific task, I put it on the time block area, but if it's a whole day task or like event, I put it up at the top. And one of the reasons I started tracking my liquids here is because I generally don't have more than 1 or 2 full day events. I feel like I did not do very many moss bowls. Or I did not do very many plant chores this month. And that was it. And this is March. Here's how it's going so far. Because I was at the Arnold, I didn't do my typical layout for these few days. So I just kind of like wrote down everything that I did and then I put my word of the day up there because I didn't have space at the bottom. But same deal. That's how it's going so far. In the back, let's see, where are we in the back? This is how February looked in my fitness notes. I worked out 19 out of 29 days, which I think is pretty good. I don't remember if I mentioned that I set myself a workout schedule, which I didn't really have before. I was kind of going by feel, but I'm taking off Mondays and Fridays. So I stuck with it pretty well. There were a few days that I didn't work out because of extenuating circumstances, but I was pretty happy with how my fitness went for February. And this is me filling March out. Because the purple marker is so dark, I'm not highlighting the day, I'm just adding a little dot. What else is back here? This is the weight by week graph. I haven't added in the line, but I'm kind of all over the place. It's a little bit skewed looking because of the intervals. It only goes from 132 to 166 pounds, but my weight has been fluctuating quite a bit, which is exacerbated by the fact that I only am tracking once a week, and Sundays, if I'm going to go off plan, Sunday is usually the day that I do it. But it's just for funsies. I don't feel some type of way about this. I did not add anything else into the yearly goals. I got 2 new plants. Oh, I got something else. Oh, I got a snake plant while I was at the Arnold, so I need to draw that in. But I got 2 syngonium. My workout schedule, or my workout program, is still the same. straight up, I forgot to do my body measurements for March, and I think I'm just gonna skip it because at this point it's too far into March. Today is the 10th, by the way. And then the only other thing back here that's changed is what movies and shows we've been watching. I really enjoyed What If Season 2 on Disney Plus, but if you're interested, I would recommend that you watch the Loki series first. So watch Loki and then watch What If. We kind of watched some bad movies in February. Not bad, just like mid movies, but my favorite from the month was The Void on Netflix. Actually, was it on Netflix? Might have been on Amazon Prime, but we rewatched The Void. We had watched it before, but we rewatched it, and it's still good. If you like cosmic horror, I think it's a pretty good movie. And that's everything. I'll be honest, I have not really been using these post-it notes back here, but I feel as though I could use like a weekly page, but it is what it is. Anyways, this has been super functional, really helps me get my life together. And I'm still enjoying it. Last but not least is my content planner. This is a Wonderland 222 A6 notebook. Cover is still the same, although I guess, I forgot I had this back here. This is kind of like a tiny list of some YouTube videos I was thinking about doing. I honestly don't remember what I showed you all last time. There are going to be some changes in this planner coming up because I want to deprioritize my paid platforms and put more work into my YouTube channel. Right now I'm finding it more enjoyable, and yeah, it's just like a change that's coming up. It's not really good or bad, it's just like what I want to do. So this is probably going to look a lot different like going forward. March stats, which I just did this morning if you wanted to look at it. A lot of stuff is down, some stuff is up. I made some changes overall to some of my social media platforms. Like I changed my Instagram from a business account to a personal account, and I lost a bunch of followers. My fan site income went down a little bit, but it makes sense because I'm planning to deprioritize those anyways. But my YouTube subscribers are up about 100, which is nice, and my watch hours is also on the way up, which is also nice because I would like to get monetized on YouTube. When we get into the February pages, I kind of fell off filling stuff out at the end of the month, but honestly, the week right before going to the Arnold and after the Arnold, I didn't really post on very many of my social media sites because I think I just needed a break. Another reason that I am deprioritizing my paid platforms is because I feel myself inching closer and closer to burnout, and that's not really a good thing. I would rather dial it back than quit completely. So it's kind of like a mental health decision as well. I do like how these tracker pages look, so that's pretty cool. I think I did fill that out. And then these were for the weekly sets I made in February. This was my task list that honestly I didn't utilize the best this month, or for February. So I was a little disappointed in myself with that, but it's okay. A lot of times I ended up putting bigger tasks in this planner instead of coming back to here. And then I had some notes for what I wanted to do for planner content in February/March, which is this video that I'm filming right now. The houseplant tour, some notes on that, just some reflections, more random notes and reflections, random notes about my shopping vlog and about using Facebook. I had this extra blank page and I was taking notes on some content ideas. And then I just made a huge list of the types of shots I want to get for vlogging content. I did end up copying this list over to my phone, a note in my phone, because I wanted to have it with me while I was at the Arnold, and I did not want to take this notebook with me. I set up for March, but I'm not sure how much it's gonna get used. Here we are so far today, up to today. You can see I really did not post a whole lot at the beginning of March. And I kind of like decided I want to change the setup of my notes pages and my task list. So I want to set it up by week and have one page for all the stuff I need to get done in the week and one page for taking notes on fan site sets. But I kind of messed it up because you can see this is the day that I would be doing things and the day is not here in the list. So, but anyways, it's fine because going forward, I'm probably not going to be using this sort of a setup anymore because I'm going to be doing less. And that's kind of basically where we're at right now. Nothing really in the back that's new. And I need to figure out what I want to do for YouTube content in here because that's going to be my priority going forward. But that is something for future Hime to figure out. But yeah, that was February in my journaling and planner system. If you made it through the entire video, I super appreciate you because I know this is a longer video than normal. There's changes in my content going forward, and I'm excited about it, I think. YouTube is a lot of work, but I'm finding it to be very fulfilling, and I'm having fun with it so far. We'll see how it goes. So I guess that's the conclusion of the video. Like I said, thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this content and want to see more of it, or you have suggestions, I would super appreciate any feedback you have. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It super helps me out. Don't forget to be responsible for your own gains. Don't be a dick and control your cock. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.